What's going on, guys? Wise Gamer here. Today we're going to be doing King of the Jungle, gold medal run on everything. As you can see, these ones here at the end, I don't have any rainbow medals yet at all, so definitely going to be a little bit difficult. Well, this one here, I'm actually doing the audio after the fact. These ones are difficult for me, so I'm going to have to record the audio afterwards. It was just a little too hard to focus on that, and I had to, cut little bits out and everything too. So you might see that it took me quite a bit of time to get this stuff down, but that being said, these levels are pretty fun. They're all about the swinging and everything, and it's through like the Action Land, Tarzan, King of the Jungle type thing. So I decided to play a cedar this time. I figured that the tribal cedar was pretty fitting for it. However, he's a little bit weird, so I don't know. It's just something about the skateboard that kind of gets me down. But that being said, too, first level down, first try, not a big deal there. It wasn't too difficult. You'll see as the other ones go. Some of them get a little bit difficult to get that faster time and everything. Still, even now, I've gone back, tried to get rainbow on different levels. Still having issues with it. I think I got maybe one rainbow medal out of this entire set. So, yeah, definitely pretty hard. But, we're going to go to move on then, keep on going to the next level, and keep on trying to get the gold medals and everything too. Alrighty, so Hook Maze. Now, this one is very, very confusing. So, basically, it took me a few tries to just kind of get the idea of the level down. Kind of forgot, oh yeah, gotta go left here. So, you do a lot of like left and right type things, and there's ups and downs and areas where it's kind of hard to remember exactly where you're going to be going. But once you get it down, it's not too bad of a level. It's just a matter of hitting those hooks in the exact spot, just so you can, get the most momentum and everything off the swing, as pretty much any other hook level is. But yeah, with this one here, I like to go ahead and swing all the way around, and I was a little bit slow with it, but I was able to cut him off on the next level there. And then jumping down, swinging up to the very top level, which the gold medalist didn't hit for some reason. That cuts off a huge portion of the map. Actually saves you a lot of time, so you can see I saved like 4.8 seconds there, so I probably went the long way last time I got gold medal on it. I think that might be the one that I got rainbow on too, actually, now that I think about it. But yeah, so as you guys can see, Cedar's not too bad. I just don't play as Cedar very often, or IT Neil, or any of the Neils for that matter, just because the animations are a little bit weird for me. I'm so used to Henk's running material, it's just very hard for me to get used to like the skateboarding type of thing instead. It seems different. It's just really different. So this one here, this level is very difficult in the beginning. I know people that can get it done really quickly. For me, it's just really hard. You can go up the higher level, which I start doing in a second here. That's what the gold medalist is doing. The low level is actually the faster way to go. That's what Rainbow does. It's what the world champion does. It's just taking that path is just so difficult. You have to get like your swing perfect to be able to get up there. And I guess, that's true for any of the levels, right? You want to be spot on with everything. But you can see I just keep hitting my swing just a little too early or too late, and it's just messing me up completely there. So in a second here, I'm going to try taking the high level instead. I'm like, well, screw it, maybe if I can't take the low level, I'll go the high level with gold. And it pretty much just fails as well. That's me starting to test that level out instead. Saying, well, maybe if I go the high level instead, and I just don't understand how that swinging works. I've done it before on the low level, so I'm kind of going back and forth, and yeah, this is one of those painful ones that took me quite a while, which is why I'm doing the commentary afterwards instead of during. Something interesting to note about Tribal Cedar is I realized that he actually has hot dogs all around his legs and through his nose, like his nose bone is a hot dog. And on his arms he has like a mayo and ketchup dispenser, which I thought was pretty crazy. I thought it was kind of a fun little comical thing to be attached on there. And it makes me think, child's toy. I wonder if he like strapped that little things on there or something like that to make it funnier or something like that. I don't really know what the kid would have done. So there we go. So that's the first one where I finally got up to that part, and I remember thinking to myself, don't reset, don't reset, don't reset. As long as you don't screw up too much, should be able to beat him still. Just don't reset. And, well, there you go, I messed up. Which means I gotta do that whole beginning part again, which I was pretty upset about. So I decided, let's try the top method again. It worked out a little bit better for me, and then I messed up. But, again, don't reset, and I reset. So I decided to try the top method a few times in a row here. I was doing better on the bottom, I think, overall, but I did get up to the top, to the next section, so I figured if I'm a little bit slower here and then I'm a little bit slower, I just gotta beat him later. But I just kept having issues with it. I couldn't get that top level again like I had a second ago. So I literally just kept restarting this level over and over again, and it just was not having a good time, so we're gonna see quite a few fails for me. And for those of you who watch, you always say like, oh man, you know, you're really good at this game or whatever. I'm really not. I mean, I'm okay at it. There's people that are way better than me. And you can see how much trial and error it takes for me to finish just, you know, a regular level on gold, not even trying to finish it on rainbow or anything like that. It's really crazy to me. Alright, so here we go. I think coming up here I finally actually hit it the right way. I hope so. There we go. I kept clipping stuff at the top, but I figured, you know, let me just keep trying here, let me keep trying. I think I wound up switching back to the lower end in a second here. And it's like, after getting up there a couple times, I felt like I just wasn't getting up to the top at all anymore to finish the level, and I was getting really frustrated with it. So here we go. I think this is a good one where I finally get up. Nope, not yet. And again, I think this just further explains why I'm doing the commentary afterwards rather than doing it up front. And there we go. So I finally got a swing that was like near perfect. I clipped the top of that ramp there. I don't even care. I'm still about a second ahead of the gold. This is not one I'm going to get rainbow on anytime soon, but I am happy to have that. And then luckily I remembered I had to swing left there instead. Finally finished it, got a new personal best, beat it by a second. So, very difficult level, not very fond of the throwback level at all, but, you know, here we go. Let's go ahead and move forward. So, Flappy Swing, kind of like it says there, it's about Flappy Bird, that whole thing there. So if you think about it as far as, you know, how Flappy Bird has the pillars that you're going to swing between, you'll see why the level got that name in just a second here. This one I don't have too much trouble with, overall. Like, it's really not that difficult of a level. The gold medalist isn't very fast on it. The first time here I do clip that though. And that's the Flappy Bird little area there. And I think I messed up somewhere else, so I decided, yeah, I messed up right at the end here because I forgot how the level ends. So I had to restart anyway, and I wound up hitting the Flappy Bird section a lot better, so you'll see how it's supposed to be done. I also switched back to Henk just because, like I said earlier, Cedar just gives me trouble with his animations. They're a little weird for me. The skateboard just kind of throws me off with everything, so I decided to go back to Action Henk, the 90s version, and just do a lot better. You can see I hit that perfect this time with the Flappy Bird section, and then I remembered how the swing at the end works, and I was able to finish it personal best 2 seconds faster than gold. Not a big deal. So keep on cruising along here. You know, you guys are probably thinking, wow, this video is like almost 20 minutes long and there's only 3 levels left. Well, again, I did the commentary afterwards for a reason. This one, it's called Swing Right Round Baby, or Right Round Baby, something like that. Referencing, obviously, like the, you know, Right Round Baby, Right Round record player song. This beginning part's not too bad. My biggest tip is jump early, swing as far as you can, and get up to the top platform there. And then there's actually a little shortcut you'll see me take in a second here too. So it's a shortcut that I thought was going to beat Rainbow, but unfortunately Rainbow knows about it, of course. But there it is right there, that shortcut. And then I messed up going up on the next level. But yeah, Rainbow decides to take the same shortcut that I thought I figured out on my own. There we go, there's that shortcut. And then I decided to jump the regular way instead of doing the swing just because I couldn't get it down. And I wound up really messing that up too. I couldn't get the swing right, didn't realize that it was up at that level, and this is kind of the start of my fails. So there we go, I did that again, tried jumping up, and I'm just like, okay, I'll go up to the top level this time instead, that's the faster way with more boosters, and I jumped up here, and then I jump, and oh, there we go, I hit no momentum, and kind of messed up, not going to be able to pass this now because I have not enough speed, and there's the Right Round Baby part. As you can see what Gold did, where they hooked on and swung all the way around, and I completely screwed all of that up. So then I wound up jumping too far. I wound up jumping a little bit too short, I think. I keep going back and forth, and it just is like not a good time. So we'll see, I mess up again in just a second here, and just got to keep restarting on it. Basically what I decided is I'm going to take the top level. I'm going to jump like I did. I need to drop instead of jumping, which I decided to jump again for some reason because I forgot. So if I can drop down instead, then I'd be able to swing and I should be able to get to the end. So that's what my plan was this time around, and it was just a matter of trying to execute it without any mistakes anywhere else, which, you know, is kind of hard to do sometimes. So that time I didn't get up to the top level. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'm swinging on the bottom level this time. And boom, fell a little short. So this time we didn't even jump in the beginning there, but we still got enough momentum. Gonna swing around again. Try to get up to the top level this time, which we're doing, barely, but we're doing it. And then we gotta remember to fall instead of jump. And we finally did it, we got the swing right. We got this down, we're gonna jump across, finish this portion here. It's not exactly how it's supposed to be done on the right round part, but it worked for us, and we were able to beat gold. So beat it by about 2 seconds almost there. New personal best. I hate these levels. I mean, they're a lot of fun, don't get me wrong. They're just a lot of difficult too. So Jungle Cedar, this one's not too bad either. And really the majority of the end of this video is going to be the 2 challenges here. So Jungle Cedar, he's pretty cool. He's got bananas all around him. He's skating on a monkey instead, which is kind of funny. And really this one kind of reminds me of the maze mixed with like throwback a little bit. So it's kind of got these left and right areas. You kind of feel like you repeat the same like wall jump type things a few times. And it's not too hard. I think I restarted just a couple times because I was still getting used to the stage. But it was more of just like trying to figure out where I was supposed to swing, like right there. I clipped the wall, obviously I wasn't going to make that one up, so I had to restart. But it's not that bad of a stage, I don't know. Jungle Cedar is probably one of the easier characters I had to unlock. His challenge really isn't that hard. I mean, aside from like the very first, you know, Betsy and Neil that you get, that type of thing. There we go, that's how that's supposed to work there. This one, I was supposed to swing a lot closer to the wall, so he passes me up. So I figured I was going to, you know, completely lose here. I mean, I'm almost 3 seconds behind, 2.5 seconds. However, for some reason, he really messes up there, and he really messes up the end. He has like a really weird long swing going on. So I was actually able to beat him by just a little bit. Well, not my personal best or anything, but I said, hey, you know what, I'll take it. And then finally, the last part here is Trials Cedar. Now guys, if you aren't wanting to watch all the mistakes, you might want to accelerate to the end. But you can see lots of pain as I just continue to restart here over and over. The idea was I wanted to go straight across, and I couldn't figure out what path I wanted. So I just decided, okay, I'm going to look at all the course and everything real quick, and we'll see where it is. And like, even when I got the path down, I wound up just repeating this stuff so many times. It was really bad, so here we go. So I was like, okay, there's that. I got those coins up there. Let's try dropping on this side. And what do I do now? Oh, okay, I can swing around. And at this point, I thought I was onto something, but I missed that jump. And instead of like continuing that path, for some reason, I decided to change things up. And I felt like if I missed a coin at all on this jump, I had to restart completely. Which isn't true. Like, I could have just hit it a different way. So then I figured, okay, well, what if I keep climbing instead? I just keep going up higher and higher. And there we go. Lots of fails, lots of just not knowing where to go. So here we go. I'm going to try to swing up again. Figure that maybe that was the right path. I just had to figure out, you know, the right way to do it. So then we're going to swing up here. And we fail a little bit, but we're like, okay, we got time. So we got these ones. Now what? Okay, well now we are going to go up to the very top, right? And we jump down and oh no, the boosters are facing the wrong way. That completely screwed us over. So then, you know, we're like, what if we just try dropping down and going right to the left and trying to go up, and then we'll drop back down and pick up the coins as they go to the boosters. And we just can't get that jump down. All I had to do, really, guys, is just sit on that spring and bounce a couple times. I would have got enough height, but I couldn't do that. And I couldn't do that. And I couldn't do this, and I just kept failing over and over and over again. So I'm still going with that method of like, maybe I just gotta swing up top. I'll tell you guys that winds up not being the right method. As you can probably tell, that's not the way you want to do things. But I decided to go ahead and try it. And then I thought, oh, well maybe I'm onto something with waiting to swing till the end and getting over to the boosters and going up. Which wound up not working for me either. I let that go pretty early on as well. Oh my gosh, I thought that was really close actually just now when I was watching it. But yeah, it's just not really working out like it should have. So I wound up missing a bunch of coins right there. I hit this jump, which was awesome, but I'm not going to get up to that very top level, and this winds up being something that just isn't a very efficient path. I'm sure there's a way to do it that way, but it's just not a good way to do it. So at this point, you know, I decided, let me try a couple more ways. I'm going to go up here, see if I can swing up to that top level again. Not really working, kind of wasting a lot of time going over the same areas, left and right here. But we'll try to drop down to that spring, and maybe this will work out, and then we'll just drop down to the lowest level, and we wound up missing the swing. So at this point I was just kind of messing around. I thought it was kind of funny to go all the way around the entire thing. Now something I did just notice that I thought was kind of strange is at the very bottom of the gate down there you can actually see a finish line. Now I don't know if on coin challenge levels they have to put a finish line in still, and that's just one that you can see, but definitely pretty interesting. You know, another thing I wanted to mention too, I kind of forgot about it when we were doing the video for the actual levels. You can actually see some extra little Easter eggs in there. The truck in the background when you go into the gate, that's actually the Jurassic Park truck. So it's kind of cool to see that. Right here, I got stuck in the boosters and I was a little frustrated, so I just sat there for a second. But yeah, the truck back there is like the Jurassic Park truck. It's a little reference to that, kind of homage to that, which is kind of cool. And yeah, you can see we're at, like, you know, the base of the like Mount Rushmore style Action Henk Rushmore Island thing, where you can see all their faces up there, and it's definitely pretty cool. I mean, I really like the level a lot. It's just the levels themselves are really difficult. So in this series of me trying out this stuff, I decided that I was going to try a whole different path, and I got really close to hitting that bumper at the top, which would have allowed me to finish a level. So I thought, okay, maybe I'm finally getting this, I'm getting enough height to be able to hit those boosters the right way, fly up to that bumper. Let me keep trying that. And what we'll find out is that it just doesn't work that way at all. I just can't get up high enough to get that booster or that bumper, and I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just wasn't getting enough height myself, and it just wasn't worth it to keep trying for me here. You know, I wound up going this way instead, said let me do that swing around way like I started doing in the beginning. That worked pretty well. And then I just said, okay, let me go this way and do that swing around thing, and I wound up just completely messing up again. And you can see I tried getting that bumper, it just wasn't going to happen. So lots of pain as we finish this up, but we do hit it here pretty soon, so we want to find a pretty good path where we go up this way instead. We hit the bumper. That's going to allow us to finish. We missed that jump, so we realize, okay, that jump's got to be possible. We just got to jump at the right time. Let's try it one more time here. And I don't remember if that jump is actually possible or not. But that was a pretty efficient way to do it, and now I'm just messing up on the easy stuff. Like, I can't even hit the coins at the beginning, I can't drop into the bowl the right way here. It's just completely failing. There we go, so we decided to go back this way to the left again. We're gonna hit that bumper, we're gonna wait for it the second time, and we missed it completely. That's where I was saying that second bounce gives us enough air, and unfortunately we completely missed it. So this time we got it down again. We're like, alright, we got this path down, we know where we gotta go. Instead of worrying about the second jump, we're just gonna go this way. And then I meant to hit that other platform there and be able to swing across, but it didn't happen. So I figured, okay, let me swing this way. Okay, that didn't happen. So it's kind of my failure, but it's the first time I was able to finish a level in somewhat close of a time. So just a couple seconds over. So I figured, okay, you know, I got the right path, it's just a matter of not messing up this time. So I'm going to keep trying this here, and I want to break my back type thing, as I like to call it. I hit the spine of the ramp there quite a few times in a row. A little bit frustrating because I was hitting it perfectly fine over and over again. And we hit that. Let's see here. Trying to think. I believe we get back up to the top there. We're going to drop down, and then we're going to drop into the bowl, and we wind up missing the bowl. I think that's what happens on this run here, and that's why we mess up again. Yep. If we hit that, we would have beat the level. Like, it's ridiculous. We would have beat the level. But unfortunately, we broke our back on that spine again, so it didn't happen. Alright, so here guys, I basically don't know what happened to my clip. I wound up getting it cut short. I missed the actual finishing of the clip. However, this is the run that I did that basically allowed me to finish. I'm gonna miss the very last coin on this clip here, but I did hit it when I actually beat the level. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened to my video clip there, but instead of going back and recording just this one level, I decided that that would show right there. That's the clip that I did. So if I didn't miss that coin at the top, I would have been good. I wound up having another fail where I tried going a different way, and then the video clip stopped. So, that being said, guys, I really appreciate you guys watching still. Check out my video next time, and I'll make sure everything else is recorded properly. Thank you. Bye-bye.